Have you ever felt like the atmosphere around you is heavy, as if some dense energy is lingering in the air? No matter how hard we try to ignore it, this feeling can affect our well-being, mood, and even our sleep. Now, imagine if I told you that a simple glass of water with salt could completely change the energy in your home and transform the space into a true sanctuary of peace. Sounds unbelievable, right? But that's exactly what ancient spiritual traditions teach us, and this practice is still alive today. Salt, the same one you use in the kitchen, holds power far beyond what you might imagine. According to Buddhist traditions and many other spiritual practices, it has the ability to purify negative energies and restore balance to spaces. This means that with a simple ritual, you can completely transform the energy in your home, leaving it free of heavy vibrations and opening the door to peace and well-being. The good news? You don't need any advanced knowledge to get started. Everything you need is already within your reach. At this point, you might be asking yourself, but does this really work? The answer is simple. Yes, it works, and fast. What you're about to learn has the potential to change the atmosphere in your home in ways that few people know. And unlike what many believe, you don't need a long and complicated process. The salt ritual is simple, practical, and extremely powerful. Stick with me, and I'll show you how to do this effectively, and most importantly, how to integrate this ritual with other spiritual practices to achieve even deeper results. Get ready to discover a secret that has crossed centuries and is now at your fingertips. There are no tricks or complicated formulas here, just a simple truth that can completely change how you feel at home. Are you ready to bring more peace and balance into your home and in turn, transform your life? Then stay with me, because what you're about to learn might be the key you've been missing to create the harmonious environment you've always wanted. Since ancient times, salt has been viewed as much more valuable than just a seasoning. Ancient civilizations like the Egyptians and Romans understood that salt carried a power capable of transforming both the environment and the spirit. Back then, it wasn't just about flavoring food. It was currency, spiritual protection, and a symbol of power. Imagine an ancient pharaoh seeing salt as an integral part of his rituals for protection and purification, treating it as precious as gold. And why not? If the energy around us influences our well-being, these people were ahead of their time, tapped into knowledge that we can still access today. In Buddhism, the use of salt in spiritual practices further emphasizes this idea. Buddhist monks use it in purification rituals, a practice that has transcended centuries. Salt is strategically placed in spaces not only to repel negative energies, but also to create a field of peace and balance. These rituals are not complicated, but the impact they have on the flow of energy is profound. It's fascinating to think that something so simple, something we can find on any supermarket shelf, can play such a significant role in our spiritual lives. Who would have thought that such a basic element holds such rich symbolism? Now, bringing this practice into our daily lives, it becomes clear that salt also has this purifying power in our homes. How many times have we entered a room and felt a strange heaviness in the air? A feeling that's hard to describe but clearly not good. This is where salt steps in as a transformative resource. A simple pinch of it can make all the difference, breaking through that feeling of stagnation and inviting fresh energy. It's subtle, but incredibly powerful at the same time. And of course, the symbolism goes beyond the material. Salt can also be seen as a tool for personal transformation. Just as it purifies spaces, it can purify us from within. A ritual with salt could be the first step on a journey of self-discovery and renewal. Imagine starting your day knowing that the energy in your home is balanced and you're surrounded by peace. A small gesture that resonates in all areas of life. Therefore, when we look at the history and symbolism of salt, it's clear that we're talking about more than just a common ingredient. We're talking about an ally in our spiritual journey. It connects us to ancient traditions, brings balance and peace to our homes, and helps us cultivate a more harmonious internal space. And the best part? It's available to everyone. No matter who you are or where you are, the transformative power of salt can be part of your life. Learn the salt ritual that purifies your home and transforms your personal energy. The salt ritual, although simple in execution, carries a depth that only those who are open to feeling the subtle energies around them truly understand. To begin, all you need is a clear glass, filled with water, and a generous amount of sea salt, Himalayan pink salt, or even rock salt. The key here is to choose the type of salt that resonates most with you, because after all, this is a purification process that involves both your personal energy and the energy of your home. Place the glass in a sacred corner, a peaceful spot that brings you tranquility, and leave it there for 24 hours. Sounds simple, right? But that's where the magic happens. During those 24 hours, the salt will be absorbing the energy from the environment, particularly the negative energy. If the water remains clear, congratulations. It means the space is clean and balanced. But if the water becomes cloudy or changes color, that's a sign that there's still more dense energy to be purified. It might be tempting to think that the process has failed, but in reality, it's quite the opposite. The salt is doing its job, revealing what still needs to be cleansed, and it's perfectly fine to repeat the ritual. Deep transformations take time, and as with any spiritual practice, consistency is key. Now you might be wondering, but what's the difference between the types of salt? Well, sea salt is the most common and effective for general purification. Himalayan pink salt, with its delicate hue, brings a gentler energy, ideal for those seeking a more subtle, emotionally balancing cleanse. Rock salt, on the other hand, is dense and powerful, perfect for situations where you feel a heavy energetic load or are dealing with intense emotional challenges. Choosing the salt is like choosing a specific tool for the job you want to accomplish. As you perform this ritual, there's an immediate sense of control over the space around you. It's as if, by observing the salt in the glass, you are also observing yourself, clearing your own energies. And even though the change may not be visible to the eye, the feeling in your body and mind is undeniable. The home becomes lighter, the air more fluid, and that heavy feeling simply disappears. Sometimes what we need to shift the energy of our day is something as simple as a salt ritual. So as you perform this ritual, don't think of it as just a mechanical process, but rather as a dance between you and the energies around you. Each time you place that glass of salt in your sacred corner, you are telling the universe that you're ready to let go of what no longer serves you. It's a gesture of self-care, renewal, and openness to new energies entering your life. Who knew that a simple glass of water and salt could have such a transformative effect? Want quick results? See how salt can transform your life right now. The benefits of the salt ritual are felt almost immediately. As soon as you perform the practice, it's common to feel a lightness in the air, as if something invisible but noticeable has been removed. This sense of relief directly reflects on your mood. Suddenly your home feels more welcoming, tensions ease, and the irritation that was lurking starts to fade away. It's amazing how something so simple can bring such deep calm. Many people report that after the ritual, even their sleep improves, and it makes perfect sense. With negative energies driven away, your body and mind can relax more easily. But the benefits don't stop at the short term. Over time, consistently practicing the salt ritual brings about significant changes. With a more balanced environment, you'll notice that your mental clarity increases. Decisions that once felt burdensome become lighter. It's like you have a new perspective on challenges, a sense that things are naturally aligning. In addition, your emotional balance strengthens. Stressful moments become less frequent, and when they do arise, you handle them with a calmness you didn't have before. There's also a noticeable impact on physical well-being. Many report that with an energetically clean space, the quality of their sleep improves drastically. This happens because the body responds to the energies surrounding it. If the space you live in is filled with negative energy, it directly interferes with your rest and recovery. Through the salt ritual, you're constantly renewing that space, creating an environment that supports restorative sleep. And we all know that a good night's sleep makes all the difference in how we feel and how we manage our daily lives. And of course, we can't forget the personal transformation that this ritual promotes. It's not just the space that changes, you change along with it. By purifying the energy around you, you make room for inner growth. New opportunities emerge, creativity blossoms, and resilience is strengthened. It's as if the act of cleansing the environment is directly connected to your own spiritual evolution. Situations that once seemed impossible to resolve begin to unfold more smoothly, directly impacting how you face life. These benefits accumulate over time. The more you practice the ritual, the deeper you feel the changes. The environment transforms into a true sanctuary of peace, and this peace reflects in all areas of your life. Imagine living in a place where you know the energies are always clean and balanced, where you feel protected and capable of facing any challenge. That's the real power of the salt ritual. It not only transforms your home, but also your way of living. Be inspired by stories of overcoming challenges and transformation with a simple salt ritual. The wisdom of Zen monks is full of stories that show us the power of simple practices like using salt. In many monasteries, salt is used not just for purification, but also to expand the monk's ability to endure life's difficulties. Picture a classic scene, a monk in deep meditation, surrounded by a circle of salt, protecting himself from negative energies and reinforcing his connection to the spiritual world. That salt, sitting there silently, is a powerful symbol of how small rituals can prepare us to face pain and challenges with more serenity and courage. This practice has endured through time, carrying with it lessons that still resonate in our society today. A modern example that inspires is the story of Anna, an ordinary woman facing challenges in many areas of her life. Financial problems, health issues, and a sense of discouragement seemed to weigh her down every day. Then, upon discovering the salt ritual, something began to change. Anna decided to give it a try. She placed the salt in the most peaceful corner of her house, performed the ritual with the full intention of renewing her energies, and to her surprise, she started to feel the effects. In just a few days, her home felt lighter, and with that lightness came new opportunities. Gradually, her financial situation improved, her health recovered, and most importantly, she found a newfound inner strength to deal with her challenges. Anna's story is not unique. Many people, upon incorporating simple spiritual practices like this, find a way to overcome difficulties and renew their lives. Salt, in this context, becomes a sort of catalyst. It helps transform the external environment, but also, in a very subtle way, transforms the inner world of the person practicing. By eliminating negative energies, it opens space for new possibilities to reveal themselves, allowing the person to see beyond the immediate obstacles and envision the horizon of opportunities that had been blocked by the dense energy surrounding them. These examples teach us that you don't need to be a monk in a monastery to reap the benefits of this ritual. Anyone, in any situation, can adopt this practice and feel their energies being renewed. Whether it's for meditating in peace, protecting yourself from the energies of heavy environments, or simply bringing more balance to your daily life, salt is a silent but incredibly effective ally. Each time we perform the ritual, it's as if we are rewriting our story, creating new possibilities for growth and transformation. And what's even more inspiring is the fact that these examples are not just distant stories. They are invitations for each of us to experience it too. If so many people from different backgrounds and realities have found strength and renewal through the salt ritual, why not you? Each ritual is a new chance to clear the way and open yourself to something greater. All it takes is that first step. The salt ritual on its own brings incredible benefits, but when combined with other spiritual practices, its effects can be amplified. A classic example is meditation. Placing yourself near the sacred corner where the salt ritual was performed can create an even deeper atmosphere of purification. During meditation, you can imagine yourself surrounded by a clear light, which protects and renews you. The energy purified by the salt becomes an invisible support, allowing you to dive deeper into the meditative experience. Anyone who has tried meditating knows how important the environment is, and when it's energetically clean, your mind also finds it easier to settle. Another practice that can be integrated is the recitation of mantras. Mantras like Om Mani Padme Hum not only elevate the vibration of the space, but also reinforce the purification process. Each sound, each syllable vibrates in a way that aligns with the clean energy the salt provides. Imagine reciting the mantra, while the salt absorbs negative energies, functioning like an energetic filter. It's as if you are amplifying the power of the ritual, creating synergy between the sacred word and the transformative force of the salt. Together, these practices can create an energetic field so powerful that you'll feel the difference not just in the environment, but also in your body and mind. Mindfulness practices also harmonize perfectly with the salt ritual. The idea here is simple. Be present. Whether performing the ritual, meditating, or reciting mantras, keep your attention focused on the present moment. This creates an even stronger connection between you and the intention of purification. It's not just about doing the ritual mechanically, but being mindful of every detail, every step. Salt isn't just a physical element, it's a symbol of your intention for change and renewal. When you bring presence into the practice, the effects become deeper and longer lasting. Another way to integrate the salt ritual with other practices is by creating a sacred space in your home where you can combine different approaches. Place the glass of salt on an altar, along with candles, crystals, or any other objects that hold spiritual significance for you. This space will become a place of power, where the energies are always aligned with your highest intentions. Every time you sit there to meditate, pray, or simply be silent, you'll feel that the space welcomes and protects you, an extension of the ritual you've created. These practices aren't complex, but the key to their success lies in consistency and care. When you create a spiritual routine that combines different elements like salt, meditation, and mindfulness, you establish a cycle of constant renewal. The space around you remains clean, and you stay in tune with this energy of peace and balance. As a result, life's daily difficulties become easier to manage, and everything begins to flow in a lighter and more harmonious way. Now that you've discovered the transformative power of the salt ritual and how it can purify the energy of your home, the question is, what's stopping you from applying this knowledge in your life? Think about the changes you could achieve, the sense of peace you could bring into your home, the mental clarity you could gain. Don't you deserve to live in a space that feels lighter, more balanced, and supportive of your personal growth? The salt ritual is more than just a spiritual practice. It's a self-care tool that can positively impact every area of your life. Can you imagine sleeping better, feeling more energized, and emotionally balanced? And all this with something as simple as a practice that's accessible to everyone. What are you waiting for to experience this transformation and see the results for yourself? If you believe your home, your body, and your mind deserve this care, don't wait. Apply what you've learned, perform the ritual, integrate it into your daily routine, and watch how the energy of your life begins to shift. Remember, real changes start with simple actions. And if you've already tried it, let me know in the comments how it worked for you. I'd love to hear your experience. Oh, and if you want to keep receiving powerful tips like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way, you'll be the first to know about new practices that can transform your life. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.